Live and direct.
City Pigeons, episode 25. The quarter century mark, someone just reminded me. That is impressive.
25.
I can't believe you've done this 25 times.
It's not 25 years. It's only 25 episodes,
right.
Which is
it's a quarter of 100.
Jammed into about, 32 weeks?
You know,
is that Viente?
It's an accomplishment.
But look at it. I'll celebrate that with my citywide special right here. Okay,
yeah,
that's how I'm going to celebrate
Cheers.
that. Cheers to that. And,
Cheers.
while we...
Cheers, Fink.
While this seems like we have relative good vibes, I do have to report that there is a unusual friction amongst the City Pigeons crew as a result of the fact that if any of you guys have been following along, you know that Mike Meech and Rock over here have been out there in the Old Head Basketball League getting it in every week, and for a while they were on the same team, and that was interesting to me, obviously. But now there's a new season, and they're not on the same team, and I come to find out they played last night. And from the sounds of it, the Rocky squad just embarrassed you. Now, let me say this. I also learned that I thought this league was legit. You know what I mean? Like, I learned that it's a 4-on-4 league, and it might not even...
Yeah, why are you hating
is this
on the
on Wait, hold on. Is this on an official size court, or is this one of those, like,
It's definitely a sideways court.
Yeah.
Like, you know how you play...
Yeah.
It's a smaller court, which is the reason for the 4-on-4. It's probably the same kind of spacing, but...
All right. So
it's a legit, it's legit old guys, and there's a couple of younger guys sprinkled in, but
legit old guys. I love it. Can we get like the
But
post
listen,
game? Wait, I want the post game interview, Mike. It looked like you did your best out there. You had a pretty solid game, but just what happened for the team out there?
Here's what happened. Our best guy is probably the best kid in the league, and he's a big dude. And every time you throw it down in the post to him, he gets triple teamed.
Right.
And it's hard to. I mean, it's hard to overcome that when no one else on the team is helping out. Got some good guys on the team, but listen, it's the second game of the year. We got plenty of time to figure it out. I would work towards getting better than peak on the second game. And,
I hear that.
Let's get your perspective.
We still got a good squad. I'm not really worried about it.
Yeah. Early Sixers.
Yeah,
hold on. First of all,
work out the kinks.
Before I say my part, I see Tom's on there clowning on the 4-on-4 league, man. I like to see Tom get out there and hoop it up.
Apparently,
you know
Tom, our boy Tom Henneman, executive producer extraordinaire, was trying to get in this league. He's dying to show what he can do.
He's going to get in under an alias.
He was trying to get in this league?
Well, they said they won't let him in this league because they said he was too good or something.
Tom's a hooper. Is Tom a baller like that?
Is something that we're just going to have to see. I think, all right, wait, here's my question. This is critical. Do you guys play again? Do you play each team more than once?
We play each team twice. There's only 6 teams in the league.
I vote for the City Pigeons podcast to set up at the basketball game, and we'll do a live feed. I mean, I guess it wouldn't be that. Well, it would be me and Fink. You know what I mean? And
we can do commentary.
Yeah, you guys can do play-by-play.
Yeah, we can do the play-by-play. But before
I could join play-by-play with you because I'm on the bench most of the day.
Yeah, he comes off the bench. He's the 5th man of the year coming off the bench.
Listen, this is the first time I played competitive basketball since I'm 22. I got to ease myself into it. I can't just immerse myself into.
Maybe you should go to 3-on-3. Like find a 3-on-3 league. Go back a level. You know what I mean?
Listen, it would actually be less running with 5-on-5 because then you could get lost in the mix more 5-on-5. When there's only 4 years, you can't hide anywhere.
Well, real quick, can we get your perspective on the game?
All right, when I signed up for the league, real quick on the 4-on-4 versus 5-on-5 thing. When I signed up for the league, I thought it was 5-on-5, and I get there the first night like, it's 4-on-4. I'm like, this is gonna suck, but it's actually really fun, man. It's on a smaller court. You go to like a normal gym, they have the courts.
The rims
on
are set at 7 feet.
Yeah. So it's on a 4-on-4 court, and it's fun, man.
You know what also could be cool about that is like you feel like Trae Young, because you step like 2 feet over half the court, and you're like, logo.
Yeah, I haven't seen much of that, but
sure.
Anyway, my take on the game. Our team seems to have like a little bit more youth, or a little bit more. We were a little bit more athletic last night, so
right.
it was a tough game for Meech's team.
Okay. I love that we're breaking down a league that no one has any idea about.
Yeah, but it's important. But look,
anyway, the team we played last week, the Blue Squad, they have so much height that nobody's beating them this season.
Listen, if you pay attention to City Pigeons at all, I think it's compelling. It's a compelling narrative, right? Meech versus Rock. Okay, so that's why we're going there. But listen, there was another interesting moment there where I guess you kind of turned the tables because you were successful, and I don't know if this is because he utilized a bot or what, but he was successful in getting the Jordans that Rock desperately wanted. So can we hear a minute about that? Because this is the Jordan. Educate me here.
Well, the best shoe of the year, in my opinion, it was actually the best shoe of 1985, but it's been the best shoe of the year every time it's come out since. The Chicago 1, which was the Air Jordan 1 in the original Chicago colorway. It was getting re-released this holiday season in a lost and found edition. It's they made it seem like it was lost in a stock room in an old sneaker store, right. Which, as my buddy Dan McQuaid from The Defector pointed out, it's kind of ironic because Nike pretty much took their accounts away from every mom and pop sneaker shop, and they can't even get this sneaker. Wow. So anyway, I don't give a shit about that.
Yeah, you don't care. But see, that's okay. I got to stop you right there because I think anyone again who's familiar with this program knows that you have such hatred for fanatics. You know, one could easily assert that Nike is a corporate behemoth.
Yeah, what
that
they
is equally evil.
What they did to mom and pop sneaker shops is horrible.
But your love for Jordan is too much.
Aside from that, what sneaker shops did to themselves is horrible. Like, I'm probably boring you, but
not me.
In Philly, there used to be Sneaker Villa, Kicks USA, and they changed their names to Snipes and DTLR.
Right.
And after they did that, they just became completely obscure, and I really haven't heard about them since. So
interesting.
It was.
So Meech got his through the exclusive access.
These sneakers
on Nike.
are coming out tomorrow, actually, on the Sneakers app. Oh. But they gave exclusive access to anyone who lost 20 or more draws. I'm not kidding. This is how they decided who got exclusive access. Okay. If you lost 20 or more draws, which is their little raffle system, for Air Jordan 1s since you've started your sneakers account, they gave you exclusive access to the...
I don't know how I didn't get exclusive access. My account's older. It's pretty much been around since Nike's been
first
around.
You got hacked or something.
You got to lose more. Oh, he's going to... Yeah, so, here we go. Let's get one. Jared, let's get in here. I like this. It's that's cool.
The distressed look. It makes it seem like it's an '85 stockroom pair. I don't know if can you notice the cracked leather on the.
Oh, it comes like that.
It comes like that.
That's brilliant.
You don't have to do this.
Yeah.
And even the tongue is like
cool.
a different. color.
It's a beautiful pair of shoes.
The bottom of the sneaks. It's already like
cool.
white,
oxidized. Yeah, it's a beautiful pair of shoes, and it's
pretty much the greatest pair of sneakers.
I want a pair, so I know
they're timeless. These will be cool in 2074. They were cool in 1985. They're cool today.
When you get these guys going on sneakers, you can barely shut them up. I will say I've started. You guys know you've been helping me try to get some sneakers, and Rock found me these sneakers, and I ordered them, and I was all happy I was going to get them, and then I got an email that says after I'd purchased them that they were out of stock. So that's where I'm starting. It's just really embarrassing. But I see Trevor, our boy's in there, and he says Meech mic'd up. And I like that idea, right? I don't know if we have the technology for that. Meech mic'd up. Like he wants Meech mic'd
during
up.
The game.
During the game.
Well, it would work well because if he spends a lot of time on the bench, he would have time to talk.
You'd probably hear a lot of huffing and puffing if you got
hear like, listen.
Oh fuck!
I got to catch my breath.
Okay.
My main issue is indoors, but I do like to talk a lot just to encourage. I'm a good teammate.
Yeah, you're supportive. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's enough about our personal exploits. At this time, I'd like to head over to the Fink tank.
We mercy ruled him, by the way. I'm going to throw a little salt on that.
Yeah,
he was
like
12
seconds left. All right,
a little
we
mercy
just wanted
rule.
to get home. It was 9:45, bro.
Anyway, we're going to head over to the Fink tank now to check in with our buddy Fink, who appears to be going on a island hunting trip.
Hunter S. Thompson over there.
Future's so bright he's wearing shades.
I can't tell what's going on. Fink, can you tell us what your program is today,
This is my silent protest against winter.
Silent protest against winter.
Just a little something. I'm not ready for it to get up to warm weather yet.
You're not ready to give it up?
Nah, I hate
so
this weather.
who are you protesting against?
Winter.
People who are encouraged, like who are celebrating Thanksgiving?
As much as you've hung out with me, you do know by now that I don't think these things through.
Right.
So I just was
it's
like,
a general protest.
Yeah, in general.
Now, how long do you plan on carrying this protest on? Like, I know when,
February.
When, someone wants to cut down trees in the forest and there's like a tree hugger and she handcuffs herself to the tree. Are you willing? How far are you willing to go?
Let's find out.
How committed are you?
I'm committed.
I think the best way to do this is actually to draw from a prior conversation we had, and Fink should be one of those guys that wears the mesh shorts all winter with the chalky white legs. That's a good protest, don't you think?
No.
Could you do those guys?
I usually go outside in
Waff?
the morning with hairspray cans
very
and
waff.
just spray it above my house a little bit.
Yeah. It's actually funny when I mentioned WAF, I overheard a couple of our friends talking about how they listened to the podcast a couple times, and they said, all I heard was them say WAF a million times.
Who said that?
Funny.
We haven't said it
Bird
that much.
Bird and Just, man, they were ripping on us. They're not watching, so it doesn't even matter.
Haters.
Marks, whatever. Anyway, all right, look, here's the deal. Episode 25, we're back. You know,
Viente Cinco.
if I'm being honest.
If you
did
speak
get it right?
Spanish, I don't know.
Yeah, I
don't
If
think
anybody
so.
speaks Spanish, tap in.
All right,
Viente
look.
Cinco?
We gotta kind of like check. I think it's time. We did this once before. It's time for a mental health status check. Okay, because here's what I can tell you.
Not good.
I wanted nothing to do with having a podcast or listening to the radio.
I would have
or-
said a lot of things I would have regretted.
Right. So for me, and by the way, what I'm referring to is the beginning of the end of our perfect Philly sports moment, right? And it was indeed, in many respects, a perfect moment. But, it ended with the World Series. And, I'm the kind of person, when you lose, that reminded me of, losing the 2004 Super Bowl. I guess you could say 09 World Series, but we had won the year before, so it wasn't as salty. But, when you lose something of that magnitude, for me, I'm a pull the covers over the head guy. Like, I don't want to hear it. I'm done. Like, I need a break. And by the way, I want to apologize right now to my family and the people in my social circle, because for the month of October, I was generally completely checked out as a result of everything that went on. And so for me, the way I handle it is just pull the covers over my head. I needed some time to kind of go through the withdrawal of that magic. But it's interesting to me, everybody handles it differently. So I want to check in with you guys on your mental health. Now, I will say this. The one person that I could clearly see how they were handling it was one at Meech1 on Twitter. My friend Mike Meech here, who I didn't know got suspended as a result, suspended from Twitter by Elon Musk himself, not making that up, but he got suspended from Twitter because of his vociferous reaction to the Phillies losing the World Series, and I need to hear from him now.
Well, at least he got suspended for something. I got suspended for nothing. And
Yeah.
I'm still suspended.
Nobody knows why the hell you're off there in Twitter.
I need
purgatory.
to
I don't know what's
holler
going
at
on.
Elon,
I don't know what's going on.
actually.
But I need you to explain to me. That happens. How you
Listen,
felt.
I may have overreacted. I'm not even saying that I did.
I
may have, but this team got no hit at home in the World Series. Like that's inexcusable. It just took the wind out of the sails to where I was so angry at something like that. And then, if they would have responded with a win, man, that's one thing. Then they lost the next game in more excruciating fashion, and I kind of blamed the fans at Citizens Bank Park.
What?
Oh, he's coming at him.
No, like I did. I
was there for that.
Yeah, weren't. Yeah.
What
no,
did
How
we
you
do?
blaming the fans?
No, we were at the good game.
No, I
that
went
won.
to.
He went to
the game-
another.
I went to game 5.
Well, I just.
What
heard,
did I do?
I just heard a lot of the juice was out of the stadium. There was a lot of families
Okay.
there, and
Listen, and I don't want to get too far into breaking down the World Series, because obviously it was
so well. Anyway, I understand, and I went as far on Twitter to say kids shouldn't be allowed to go to World Series games because they can't scream loud enough and intimidate the opposing.
Which,
fans.
by the way,
Wait, what about your young
hold
buddies?
on. I'll just say it's the
your
most
sixth
ironic
child.
take ever, because in Game 3,
Right.
you basically had the most genuinely heartfelt bonding moment with
But I was
a small
trying
child.
to breed, and obviously no one else takes that kind of does the same thing I do. They don't want to encourage other fans, so they just let them be little annoying kids at the game. Anyway,
He softened his own language there.
I kind of didn't
wouldn't-
mean it.
Well,
Wait, I got a question.
by the time Game 5 came, I said the crowd should be 21 and over, and they should check IDs at the gate and not let anyone in who's not rowdy and ready to
flipped it.
to inflict pain and
I will say,
punishment
I agree with you.
on Houston Astros.
That was the most dramatic momentum swing I have ever seen. They grabbed every shred of momentum we had back. Now,
sick.
I remember when I heard Schwarber say, who gives a shit about the no-hitter, and then I was like, okay, great, they're going to come back. But then they lost, it didn't work out that way. So, but that was honestly, I felt after the no-hitter, I thought it was over. I didn't tell anybody, and I was like, but I think this is over. This was terrible.
I got a question.
How did you, okay, go ahead.
Question real quick, though. Did they tell you what you were suspended for, or did they just?
Yeah, it was. I was very mean to a certain kid who was like, lighten up, man. Like it's cool, man. And I'm like, dude, don't fucking you little 19-year-old fuck. Don't tell me to lighten up. You know what I mean? Don't tell me how to react to this team. When you make it to the World Series, you grabbed, especially when you're the wild card team, and
2-1.
you probably shouldn't even have made it in there.
Yeah.
You have to take advantage of that situation because you may never get back there again. Ask any major league player who's gotten to the World Series and never.
There's
gone
only
back
3
again.
teams that have gone back.
So it was like a
what Meech is
bullying.
saying, you got to look right now. Harper's injured. He might not be back
And
till
look
June,
at-
July.
And look
that's
at
going to hurt
the
your.
Braves team. They're so
Yeah.
young. They're so good.
Didn't get back.
We got to beat them again. We're going to have to beat the Mets again. They're going to have to spend more money. We're not out of the woods. It's not like, oh, okay, this was good, and next year we'll be even better, guys. No, freaking, we may not.
So you were, like, bullying this
You have to
kid.
take advantage of the moment.
Yes, he was online bullying, essentially.
And this dude was telling me to chill, and it's like, dude, it's a fucking day after. You go fucking chill. Don't tell me to chill.
You think he reported you?
I don't give a shit what he
Knocked
did.
you out.
Fucking
Well,
knock him out.
Listen,
I never got an explanation as to why I got suspended. That's why I'm just curious
they
about
did
that.
tell me the exact tweet, and they asked me if I wanted to delete it, and I deleted it, and then
So
they
you
still
had like a
kicked me out.
conversation with them, or just
No,
through
they
all
send
through
you
email?
when you go back onto tweet, when you hit send the tweet, something pops up like you've committed
Whatever tweet
this
is that
horrible
is in your trouble, you have
act
to delete
of
it.
tweeting.
And
I
then as
didn't,
soon as you
I didn't
delete
get
it,
any
your
of that
ti-
when
your
my shit got
timer
suspended.
starts.
I'm just.
I've been
listen,
suspended.
we
a few
can't
times.
compare the fact that you got suspended for
understand
an
this.
early transgression.
I don't understand this stuff.
We don't-
Whatever.
we don't know what
hacked,
happened.
man. You
Yeah.
got
I
hacked.
probably did
I
get
think
hacked.
Rock's into some like
Venmo,
crypto
yeah,
shady
with your
shit.
email.
My
Venmo
email
got
right now. I'm
locked,
trying
his
to
Twitter
I'm trying to
got
sign up for
locked.
some of these raffles right now, and my fucking email's not working. All of a sudden,
We need like a
I don't know, man.
you need like the
I
Geek
don't
Squad or like an IT consultant. Someone help
Yeah.
him out.
Dude, I can't even
But-
get into my fucking email right
But
now.
I
Whatever.
wanted to just like put this in perspective, right? Because I think back on it and I'm like, that was amazing. And I remember being in the moment, being like, it can't get better than this, like everything that's going on. And then you kind of like, after it's over, you kind of start thinking like, oh wait, who did they beat and how did it go? Like what days? So I just kind of like made this running list, and I just think it's amazing because if you look at October, right? October through the beginning of November, this is the sequence of events that unfolded, and they were largely it revolved around weekends, which was convenient, but also
Is this in
somewhat
chronological order?
somewhat devastating. Okay, so
God.
this is the first week in October, October 7th through 9th. Friday, the Phils win over the Cardinals 6-3, the improbable comeback. Saturday, the Phils win 2-0, end the series. Sunday, the Eagles beat the Cardinals to go 5-0. You can't have a better weekend than that, right?
was nice.
We didn't even think they were going to be able to go down to St. Louis and win a series. So the next weekend we come back, October 14th to 16th. Friday, the Phils win 9-1 over the Braves. Saturday, the Phils win 8-3 to end the series. And then Sunday, you guys remember because we were at the tailgate, the Eagles beat the Cowboys 26-17 to go to 6-0. So you're just like stacking the best weekends of your life, right? So you don't think you get better, but then you go to weekend number 3, October 21st, 22nd. Friday, the Phils win over the Padres 4-2. Saturday, the Phils win 10-6. And Sunday, the Phils win 4-3 on the Bryce Homer to get to the World Series, and that was the bye week, right? I think it can't get any better than that.
Why are you doing this?
We're
to
going
me?
to the World Series.
Why
Then-
are you recapping?
I just see Meech's face as
So
you're
listen to
reading it,
this.
and he just looks
Because all I know is the end of this movie.
Right, but even in the fourth weekend, right? This is the fourth weekend in a row, October 20th to 30th. Friday, the Phils win 6-5 in the first game of the World Series in extra innings, which was just the most amazing thing that ever happened. Now, Saturday, they do lose, but the Eagles come back and win 35-13 over the Steelers to go 7-0, right? And the Phillies they took a game in Houston, right?
And then
even,
what
and
happened?
by the way, it even extends into that week, right? The game 3 we went to where the Phillies
Which
won.
was 2 days long
Right. We
because we got rained out and then came back a second day.
Right, and we won.
So there was like a 2-day party leading up to an incredible victory.
We won in the best World Series game that you could ever go to. And then, the Eagles get the win over the Texans while the Phillies lose there in Game 4. And that's when it starts to turn. But my point is, like, each weekend you're like, it can't get better than this. And it just kept getting better. And you know what? I don't want to minimize the glory of those moments because I remember being in those moments. I remember sitting with you guys at the Cowboys tailgate, sitting there going, the Phillies are going to be in the NLCS, and we're about to go play the Cowboys. Shane Victorino's here. We're having the time of our freaking lives.
Yeah.
Right? And then it just kept getting better. And, look,
listen, I'll say this, right? You get, like, the sky's not falling, right? Were the Phillies supposed to win that series?
No, I mean,
they weren't supposed to win the St. Louis series. They weren't supposed to win the Braves series, and they weren't supposed to win the Padres.
All right, so they weren't supposed to win, right? So whatever you got was, I guess, a bonus. Whatever.
I don't like that mentality.
That's one way to think about it.
Yeah,
but I
whatever.
don't think like that.
I mean, whatever they lost, whatever the fuck. So the Eagles lost a game.
You don't even care. You're like,
casual.
Whatever. Yeah, the Eagles are the focal point right now. They lost a game to a shitty team. Yeah, whatever. They need to get that loss out their system. The sky's not falling. We're gonna get to the fucking Super Bowl.
Here, let me ask you a question. This is as reasonable as I could be about this. What's your opinion of the double doink? Do you remember that game? Is that like a great game for you? Or is it just like a moment that happened?
It's a moment that happened.
That's how I feel about it. Now, is the Reese bat spike just one of those? Because it is. That's all it is. It's just a moment now. Because it didn't culminate in a World Series win. Yeah. It's just a moment.
I couldn't disagree more. Listen,
what?
Okay,
you're going to remember the bat slam forever?
Listen. I will, and I'll tell you why.
No. It's like the Dawkins algae crumpler.
No.
It's a moment that happened in a season where you ended up losing.
See, I think that's total bullshit, and I'll tell you why, okay? Listen, we did not ultimately win the World Series. However, there were moments in that run that were as captivating and as special as any sports moments I've seen in my whole life. Okay? Now, don't compare the double doink to that.
The double doink was such a great moment.
It's a freaking field goal.
It's a missed field goal from like 36 yards out that shouldn't have happened after Golden Tate caught a ball on 4th down that he shouldn't have fucking caught. It was a miracle moment.
Yeah, it was a miracle moment.
Don't underestimate the double doink. That was some incredible shit.
I'm talking about the shit that we had going on this year with the Phillies, right? It was all on bonus time. It was house money.
Do you think people in like Toronto, you remember when Jose Fernandez hit that and then tossed the bat up in the air, but they didn't win anything after that? Do you think that's just a moment? It's not as cool if they don't ultimately win it all.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but like, okay, let's take the Harper home run, right? Like, you're not going to remember that forever? That was
I already forgot that shit. I already forgot
that shit. I'm not going to forget that.
No,
shit.
it's not. Yeah, I won't. It's not like I'll forget it, but
it loses some of its juice.
Yeah, I'll associate it with losing. Yeah. The same way I associate, any
the same way you should associate that hat you bought that has the World Series
which
patch
I'll
on
never fucking wear again.
Is that done?
Yeah, it's just I won't wear my 2009 World Series cap either. I'll wear my 2008.
I'm glad I didn't buy one of those World Series. I was about to buy one of those hats, and I'm like, I'm glad I didn't fucking buy one.
So
right now,
I was encouraging people the day after because Fanatics didn't ship out most of it. I love hating Fanatics. It's one of my passions.
Yeah, can we get off of that, man?
But just real quick, I was encouraging people to return any article of NLCS champion or World Series clothing.
That's why I don't buy it until it's over. Like, honestly, like the only time I ever bought playoff paraphernalia.
But it's cool to wear during the World Series run if you get it in time. But they don't get it.
I'm with you on that, Jess. I was going to buy a World Series cap.
Juju, man.
And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to buy this World Series hat until they win, and I didn't buy it.
Well, good for you, because now he's salty looking at that.
Yeah, he's got that fucking
Every
hat.
time he picks it up in his closet after he took so much time to take the netting out and all that, he's going to be like, damn it.
It's already thrown in the back.
You know what?
I'll never see it again.
You need to put it on top of the 09 hat and have a collection of hats that remind you of the awful times.
I don't like reminding myself of awful
times. But no,
times.
I hear you. It's like they were there. Like when you're there, you gotta take that opportunity that you have and fucking win it. and I'm not the biggest baseball
Especially
fan,
when you're
obviously.
up 2 games to
Yeah.
1 with 2 games at home with your 2 best pitchers.
Yo,
Come on,
I
man.
understand. Listen, I understand.
Come
Yo,
on.
Wait,
But are you guys watching the same shit?
No,
Like,
listen.
That's like
If
like
you
what
just
Meech
wanna
say,
watch
2-1
sports,
with
that's cool,
You
but
got 2 more
if
games
you-
at home. Like
I completely
you
agree
gotta
with you
win
on that. Like when you're there,
Like, it's
you
cool
gotta
if you
fucking
just want to watch
capitalize.
sports for the sport.
do you realize the last time that we had
I
a
want
podcast?
to win. I want to fucking
Listen,
win.
the last time we had a podcast, you could barely do it because you were coming off, the game 3, and we were up 2-1, and
I
then
wasn't
they
coming
lost.
off of game 3. I was still drunk and tired.
Yeah, and like you were struck by the connection you made with the young child at the game. I get it. Like you had a lot of emotions
Pause.
going. A lot of emotions going. And then you got blocked for yelling at a child. It's all part of a
man.
crazy thing. But listen,
I
can I
didn't
say
yell
something?
at-
Can I say something? Look, it's been a couple weeks, and I'm sure most people have been, hearing and talking about the World Series for however many weeks. But I want to say something about the Eagles because I heard something last week that was pissing me off. Like I listened to a lot of the radio stations and a lot of the programs that are going on, and they were making it a legitimate topic at 8-0 to discuss whether the Eagles should go for 17-0 or if they should, be more worried about the Super Bowl if they would rest their starters. Like that was a legitimate topic. And so as I'm watching the Eagles lose to the Commanders, I'm so pissed off that anyone was talking about that. And you know what? I feel guilty because I was saying to people, you know what? If the Eagles were to go 17-0, they'd be the first team in NFL history to go 17-0 because, the Patriots
Oh, right,
because there's
right.
no 17 games. So I was like, oh, pretty cool. But, like, what a joke after you go down and watch that Commanders game. And I'm trying not to panic too much, but you know how I am. I start
Wait,
to,
how you panicking?
No,
Why?
just hear me out. I
No,
start to feel
you're
the
done.
negative,
Get 'em
the
right.
voice in the back of the head, and I'm like, the Phillies lost, and I'm like, we were riding this high, and the Eagles will never lose again, and look at their schedule, who could beat them? And then next thing you know, they lose the frickin' Commanders to Heineke on like the worst play ever. Right, and then I'm like,
There's a lot of worse
no.
plays
Listen,
ever.
Return
listen,
overs.
that's like the Philly sports devil on my shoulder being like, yeah, buddy, you're back, man. You thought you were going to be somebody? Nah, man, you're back. I got you. You know what I mean? And that's what happens inside my head. And so I'm trying to fight that off. But what do we have going right now? Okay, the Eagles are going to try to recover, right, against the Colts, which hopefully that shouldn't be too tall of a task.
The Eagles will be fine.
Jeff Saturday, who the hell knows what he's going to do? He's got them pressing outside, which is bizarre. And then the Sixers, I didn't pay any. I was too busy. I got caught up in everything. And I think this is like, you guys tell me, most of the fan base, like we weren't tapped in.
I'm a huge Sixers fan, and I didn't watch most of the games.
Right. Okay. So that
I've
makes it
watched
better.
3
I
or
thought you were
4
going to say
games
I'm a
so
huge
far.
Sixers fan, and I still watched it, and you are soft as a Sixers fan. But I just felt like,
Who can watch Doc Rivers' shitty rotations?
right, Fink, were you tuned in, or you were all in on the this mug?
Grumpy.
He brought the mug,
Brought
man.
the mug, yeah.
Can you hold that up just so we can make sure we get a good shot of that? He brought the mug. I gotta say, man. Like,
What do you got in that
I'm-
mug,
I'm,
by the way?
making the think tank more at home.
You got
feel
whiskey
more
in that
comfortable
mug?
I mean, like,
over here,
dude,
you know?
I love it. I
You
love
should get
everything
a
about
plant
it.
or something over there, like
You
a
know
potted
what?
plant.
We'll
I
see
like
next
that.
next week's tailgate. Next time at that. I mean,
What do you got in the mug, Fink? I want to know what's
Yeah,
in
what's
there.
in the mug? Tea?
Iced tea.
Iced tea.
With vodka in it?
Iced tea.
With some
We
tea
learned
mix.
last time that Meech doesn't like his hot tea. Even the
Yeah, speaking
production
of
team
vodka,
says
and
so.
our
you just
director's
gonna
here.
take us in a
Wait,
totally
no, hold on.
different
Nah,
tangent right
not
now?
at all. I just
Okay.
need the director to bring me some more of the James Brown we had going
All
on
right,
there.
can we get our producer to handle this stat? He's already helping
Director.
us change. No,
He's coming.
He's a
But
producer.
he's got to show off his outfit. Check out Christopher Plink. Get over
we
here.
get
Yo,
him?
look at our
How do we get
director
him?
here. Yo, look
This
at this
needs to be
dude.
I'm in
highlighted.
front of the camera.
This
I
is
don't-
some shit.
Everybody show
Jerry,
it.
I don't know what's
I
the
wish
best
I
way
could
to
dress
get
like
this
that, man.
Right here. Oh yeah, look at that. That
at
hat he got in Detroit. He told me about that
Anybody
hat.
else? Anybody else need a
Beautiful,
reload?
man. Listen, if you want to like rub elbows with Christopher Plant, you got to come to the Birds of a Feather Tailgate Series Part 3, the 3rd installment, which is going down Sunday. I'm looking in the wrong camera. Here we go. Camera's over here. You know, they used to make fun of my dad for that on WIP. This is hysterical. I can't tell which freaking
You mean
camera we're
on,
talking about.
Yeah, I ain't gonna
All
lie. I don't
on
know which one it is
CSN.
either.
It's the one with the red button. Okay.
All right.
So, November 27th, Packers, okay? A game that we thought, honestly, at the beginning of the season, we thought this would be like a clash. It looked like it was going to be dog shit for a while. Now it's kind of, like they beat the Cowboys last week.
Yo, I ain't
if they
scared
beat
of
the
fucking
Titans, by the way,
Packers.
if they beat the Titans tonight,
they're
that's going to be a
losing.
game. They're losing? Okay.
Yeah,
Either way.
Wait, that game started?
Either way, Jerry, now you're switching to the other camera. I can't keep up with this. Okay, so here's the deal.
You got any
Sunday,
parlays
the 27th, okay, we are running it back. Federal Donuts.
I'm there this time. I'm not.
Meech is
going to
be there.
Tailgate.
I'm
Which
not
is
driving
huge.
this time. I'm gonna be on time. I swear.
Fink is-
If I'm late, I will give everyone at the tailgate $5.
If you're late.
Everybody come to the tailgate
Okay.
and you'll get $5 off. It.
all right. So Fink will be there. And
free bets from FanDuel.
No, that is not true. Okay, so we do have Federal Donuts.
might
Anyone
be.
who's been there before knows Federal Donuts comes, cooks it up. It's going to be delicious.
Shout out
Then
Federal
we've got
Donuts in
Our
town.
boys at Kenwood
squad.
are stepping up again. We love those guys.
I'm trying to recruit Tom to get a Federal Donut store in the Northeast. I'm trying my hardest.
It's gonna. I mean, dude, they're franchising like crazy right now. It's gonna happen for sure.
Yeah, I
Look,
saw that new
I'm
chicken
pointing-
sandwich. Hold on,
I'm,
real quick.
I'm pointing
before,
out
before we,
locations to him and shit. Like I'm calling him like, yo, I
Buffalo
just seen a
chicken
great
sandwich?
spot.
I saw online
really-
that
you can throw
Federal
a
Donuts has this like new buffalo chicken sandwich, right? And like
Yeah, I gotta
it's
try
like the main thing on top there is the fucking
4
pickles.
pickles they put
How you
on.
feeling about that?
I don't like it.
What?
Oh my god.
I had it the other
pickles
day.
on.
It's
Was
good.
it banging?
Yeah, it's good.
With the
Listen.
pickles?
All right.
Yeah, I'll get it without pickles. That's all
You
right.
fucking weirdo.
So I don't know where we are on the timing of this great program, but I have to.
I think you just stole my beard. dude.
You gotta
we
get back
got
to
a lot
wait,
of
you didn't
time,
finish
man.
you didn't finish with the tailgate yet. Did we finish
dude,
the
you
tailgate?
just stole my
I don't
beard.
know. You put it close to my mic, man.
Stop
Get out of
touching
here.
my
Get out of
shit.
here.
Yo,
All right.
COVID beers.
Yeah, I got it.
But before we move on, I just want to give a birthday shout out to Frankie and Vinny, my twins. Turned 6 years old today. I came straight from Chuck E. Cheese, their birthday party with their little friends, running amok and playing all the video games there. But Frankie and Vinny, they're my guys.
Hey, yo, happy
6
birthday,
years-
Frankie
6
and
years
Vinny.
old
Happy
today.
birthday,
Hey,
kids.
Frankie and Vinny, try not to watch the part.
Wait,
where
so
Meech
those
said,
wait, those are
"Pull
some
that kid
real
F off."
those are some real Italian names. Are you Italian? I don't even know. Are you
Yeah, I'm
Italian
Italian.
heritage?
Luigi, you don't even know that.
Listen,
right?
I don't fucking know.
He doesn't know
That's
his
my
first name.
government
That's
name.
great.
The podcast doesn't know that.
Oh,
All right.
Oh,
No,
Jesus.
not that
it's
I can-
Meech.
Jesus.
Shout out
Mom's
Frankie
like
and
Jesse.
Vinny.
But
Meech.
I wanted
Is his name Vincenzo? Vincenzo?
no, it's Vincent and
All right.
Francis.
All right, got you.
Okay.
Frankie and Vinny.
Can
I wanted to name them Vincent and Jules, like
From
Samuel L.
the-
Jackson.
Yeah, from
and,
Pulp Fiction,
And,
yeah.
Oh, it's commitment.
and
John
John
Travolta.
Travolta from
Yeah.
Pulp
Can I ask you a
Fiction.
question?
But
Is
my
it-
wife turned about that and shut that down. But you know who else I heard? I mean, not I heard, but after I was looking into it, Vincent and Jules were the name of Vincent and Julius were the name of Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito in Twins.
Oh.
It's like just such a fun fact.
Like, isn't
it's
that
fun?
you know?
This is a fun fact. Can I ask you a question? Because like I think it's a Philadelphia thing. You know how we struggle with like possessives,
Right.
like what's the guy Chase Daniels?
Yeah.
You know the
Yeah,
S's.
yeah.
Alshon Jeffries.
Like Chicky and Pete's. Is it Chickies and
it's
Pete's?
Chickies and Pete's.
Right. People say Chicky and Pete's.
Because Chicky is his dad, so it's Chickies,
Chickies
and
and
Pete's.
Pete's. Okay, so
it's
Chucky,
both of theirs.
Cheese.
No, it's not like Reese's Pieces. It's just Chuck E. Cheese.
Yo, speaking of Reese's
Hold up,
Pieces.
stop. Do not change the fucking subject. I want to understand this. Is it Chucky? And I would
It's
just have
Charles
to. By the way,
Entertainment Cheese.
stop. I would just have to drive by the establishment to know this. But is it Chuck E. Cheese or Chuck E. Cheeses?
Chuck E. Cheese.
I've said Chuck E. Cheeses my whole life.
Well, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that.
I think it's Chuck E. Cheese.
Yo, how do you
Like,
say it though? Real quick.
like
Reese's
officially.
Pieces?
Can you look it up?
Reese's Pieces? Reese's Pieces?
Reese's Pieces.
Meech, today's
I
day-
say Reese's Pieces.
Today's Danny DeVito's
Why do you say
birthday,
Reese's
too.
Pieces?
And
That sounds
today
like
is Danny
Reese's
DeVito's birthday.
Pieces.
Thank you, Tom.
Yo, do you seriously say Reese's Pieces?
Reese's Pieces.
Of course.
It's Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces.
Dude, get out of here. man.
Reese's Pieces?
Reese's Pieces. Is just
What?
it's
That
flows.
sounds like feces.
I was having this argument with
no,
this guy at work,
rhymes
and he's
with
like,
feces. It
first
doesn't
of all, it's
sound
not
like it.
Reese's. It's not Reese's.
It's Reese's.
Reese's.
Yeah, do you hear what's his face? The
and
guy
it's Chuck
from,
E. Cheese.
What's the guy's?
No, it's Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, but it's Reese's Pieces.
No, it's not Reese's. It's Reese's.
no. It's Will
Get the
Arnett.
fuck out of here.
Will
This is
Arnett.
another
Shout out
Roosevelt-
Philadelphia in
Roosevelt.
in our vernacular.
Have you not
Respect
heard
to
Will
it.
Arnett on the radio saying Reese's? He's not saying Reese's.
It's a Reese's Cup or
Who the
Reese's
fuck is
Pieces.
Will Arnett?
Get outta here
Who
with
is
that
that
shit.
guy? Get him
Just
outta
because
here.
Reese's Pieces rhymes, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that we got him.
Trevor says Rock is pronouncing it correctly.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm so
exactly.
happy, Trevor. Whatever, dude. But
Who's
I-
Trevor,
look
the
at this plant.
ombudsman of fucking City Pigeons? Oh, no, he agrees with us. No, that's cool, Trevor. Yeah. No, never mind. Keep doing your thing, Trev.
All right. So you said something that
Yeah,
triggered.
where we at? Where we at here?
We have no
See,
idea.
here's the thing. When
We're
I go,
lost.
but hold on.
This dude's got a fucking plant in front of him.
I went
He
on
looks
a
like
Chuck E.
Hunter S.
Cheese.
Thompson without the
Yeah,
cigarette.
I just wanted to wish a happy birthday to my twins. Now we're on a Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh my
occasion.
God,
But see,
we
the
have
problem
definitely
is- the
spun.
problem is
Started
this.
talking
Can
about
I-
the Eagles, and we went to the Sixers. Now I got to
We're on a safari over there.
DeVito.
Can I just give you a little like behind the scenes on how this goes? I'm trying my best to segue to something else, and
Right.
he goes, "What's going on here?" Like as I'm doing it.
I'm a wild card.
Come on, man. All right, so listen, you guys said something that triggered something I wanted to talk to that I planned a little later in the show. We're going to move it up in the agenda that's in my head, okay?
All right.
And you guys know we've done the segment before, Is It Weird to You, right? I'm bringing it back, okay? And the idea here is it's something that may be weird to me. I'm not sure. I want to get your take on it. And you said something about the pickles on the buffalo chicken.
sandwich. Yeah.
I do not, by the way, for the record, think pickles on a chicken sandwich is weird at all. I think it's delicious. I know you
I'm
hate
not-
pickles.
No.
Oh.
We don't need a whole.
Oh,
we don't need a
oh.
diatribe on this.
It's a very easy 15-second take. Pickles, the juice on the pickles is so distinct.
Infectious.
And it gets into the bun. It seeps into
No,
the
it
chicken.
Tom, can you come
No,
to
it
this
doesn't. That doesn't
establishment
even
and
make- that
slap
was
it
This
in
dude
the
is
face?
on his own on that
It's
fucking
just the
take. He's
pickle
on his
juice
own.
seeps into
Okay.
the
He's
bun.
on his
Like,
own.
no,
Okay.
it doesn't.
Okay, hold on.
Juice
If I go to a
pickle
diner
seeps
and you know how they put like your sandwich and fries in the little diner basket and they put a pickle in there? If they put a pickle in mine, I could taste it on my fries. I could taste it on my burger bun.
Okay,
You could
okay.
just
It's in your
taste
head.
it. It's
Can
just,
I-
No, it's not in my
can I-
head. It's in my fucking taste buds, which I use when I
Okay.
eat something.
Can
And
I-
I don't like the taste of pickles. So get them the fuck off of my
Okay.
sandwich. Get them
My
out
God.
of my...
Listen, there are two
Shout out
things.
Clausen.
There are two things you do not talk to Meech about. One, fanatics. Two, pickles. Do not talk to me about
I
this.
don't have
Now here's the
anything
problem.
against pickles. Just don't include them.
All right. Well, I'm about to say something. I'm about to say something that is going to shock your conscience. Okay, so just let me talk. Okay, chill with your.
I'm not saying a goddamn word the rest of this fucking
You're right.
podcast
You're right.
episode.
Nah, because you are. Okay, so I
Turn
know.
my mic off.
No. I know you. You and Fink at least are connoisseurs. Plant, can you chill out on the dishes over there, bud? Just doing the fucking dishes. Not now with the dishes.
Our director is
the
loading the
dishes.
dishwasher behind us.
I know you got to multitask, man. All right, so look, I had said to Meech, everybody in Philly knows Angelo's, right? It's this fantastic place, but like I'm scared of it in that apparently you
Delicious.
got to like call 40 times and do all this stuff that I don't really want to do when I want to get my hands on something to eat. Fink, can you hook a brother up? Okay, buddy. So anyway, I finally, I didn't. The only time that I've had Angelo's was once you gave me a piece of pizza like at the World Series that you brought that was, it was in your car.
I'm not talking.
It was not fresh. And then I had a piece of an Angelo's cheesesteak at a tailgate, but that obviously wasn't fresh either. So I was very curious, what does an Angelo's steak taste like? But I was too lazy to like call them 40 times or whatever. So the other day, a dear friend of mine who I happen to share office space with, my buddy Jeff Tubbs.
Shout out Jeff.
Jeff, he's a supporter of the program. We appreciate him very much. He had his business partner in town, so he was rolling out the red carpet. They went to Angelo's, and they came in. They had like all this Angelo's, and he felt bad for me, so he cut me a piece of his steak. And I said, I shouldn't. Obviously I wanted it. I was like, yeah, come on, let's make it happen. So he gives it to me, and it's a little sliver, a fourth of a steak, and
Fresh and
I'm
hot.
about to eat it. And I look down, and it's, a standard cheesesteak, so we're talking beef here. And it was a cheesesteak with pickles in it.
Wait, whoa.
I love pickles.
I
I'll draw
swear.
a line there. Like,
Well, yeah, you can't throw pickles in the steak.
Nah.
Yeah, you can't throw pickles
Jerry.
in a cheesesteak.
I follow Angelo's on Instagram, and I'm pretty sure I saw him say he had to make cheesesteaks for somebody with pickles in it.
And he was probably like, who the fuck ordered
Listen,
a cheesesteak with pickles
I
in
was
it?
shocked.
Shocked. That's stupid.
Did you eat it with the pickles?
So here's the thing. It put me in a tough spot because, first of all, I only had a quarter of the cheesesteak, right? But I figured, and I think, Meech, you could back me on this, like the pickle had already saturated the whole thing. So at this point,
Apparently, according to everyone else, pickle juice doesn't absorb into anything. It doesn't have
It's
a taste.
good. We like that on the chicken sandwich. So anyway, I said, you know what? I'm just gonna buck up, and I'm gonna go for the cheesesteak with the pickle experience. And you know what? It wasn't terrible. Like, it's not something I would ever do again. I would never order pickles on a cheesesteak, but you know, it wasn't terrible. So is that like hell on earth for you? If somebody made you eat a cheesesteak with pickles on it, I'd like to do that.
I just don't enjoy the taste. I don't. If you do, that's cool. Put whatever you fucking want on a cheesesteak. I don't care. Okay. I don't like I think the taste of pickles ruins.
He doesn't like it.
Any sandwich that it's on.
All right. So then there was an interesting follow-up moment where Jeff's.
But here's my my motto. is what you eat don't make me shit. Meaning, eat whatever the fuck you want. I don't care.
I feel like you said that before.
Just don't judge me on it. It was actually a Jay-Z.
Okay, that makes sense. But
don't judge me because I don't like pickles on my sandwich and think I'm weird because I think you should ask me if I want them.
But you know what?
But I'm cool with it. I'll go to Popeyes. I'll go to Federal Donuts. I'll go to.
Listen.
I'll say, can I have a chicken sandwich? Hold the pickles. I'm cool with
just
it.
kinda
I've
hard.
adjusted to society.
If I'm being real, it's kind of hard to like accept that, like, oh yeah, you do what you want to do after you went on like a 2-minute rant, like yelling about pickles. So I just don't. I don't know, man. I don't.
We spent a lot of time on pickles
because
tonight.
I defend my own personal opinions, but I don't begrudge anyone else's.
All right. So
spent a lot of time.
Then I was offered another. Fink, can you help me out?
I got you, because I got to get up anyway.
All right, cool. I was offered another sliver of cheesesteak by Jeff's lovely wife, Emily. And in that case, we had a cheesesteak that was onions. I think they were raw onions and Cooper Sharp cheese. And that was absolutely delicious in terms. The Cooper Sharp has a bonding capability that I don't think American has.
Well, Angelo's reduces the Cooper Sharp into a whiz, which is a great move. But it takes, it's just like they do with American, like Steve's or anyone does with American. But Angelo's does with the Cooper Sharp. I get the Cooper Sharp from the supermarket now, and melt it on my cheesesteaks just because it's tastier, it's creamier.
Hold up. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
And I'm just asking honestly. These are not cheesesteaks that you make.
Yeah.
Wait, you're making your own cheesesteaks?
In my kitchen, of course. I make them like 5 times a week. I make
5 times a
You
week?
steak
That's dangerous.
I make strombolis. I'll make cheesesteaks.
How does Meech make a cheesesteak in his? Where do you get the meat? These aren't like steakums. Like what are we talking about?
Go to Acme. I mean, it's
the finest purveyor.
It's not difficult. I like the I like the fucking not the steakums, but it's like the knockoff. It's like Quaker. It's the listen. You use good bread. You put good cheese, and you put enough salt, pepper, and garlic salt on it. You can make a banging cheesesteak in your kitchen out of anything.
Listen, I see Tom over there is commenting Meech 2024.
Tom's hyping Meech up over here.
I thought Tom would be the first person to call out a take like this about it doesn't matter, thank you, sir, what kind of meat you put in there.
Real recognize real. Me and Tom are on,
I'm so sick of this. I can't wait until you guys are fighting it out on the handicap basketball court in a couple weeks. When Tom finally gets in there.
Nobody's handicapped playing basketball. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, I've seen this dude play hoops. No comment.
Bro, I don't know why you're going to throw salt at me. Can you just say I'm solid? Like, I do the little things.
Yeah,
I do the little things.
But
like,
here's another.
You would definitely be an asset in that
Here's
league.
another Angelo's.
Okay, wait,
here's a
time out.
little Angelo's
He said
story.
I would be an asset in that league. I just want that to be on the record. Go ahead.
I used to go to Angelo's when they were in Haddonfield, so I'm like an OG.
Yeah, I didn't even know about it back then, if
Angelo's
I'm being
dude.
real.
But it wasn't from me. My buddy Nick, Crane Kicker from Twitter. He's sadly not on Twitter anymore.
Crane kicker.
What happened to
Kick
him?
the crane?
He kicked the crane.
That's fucked up.
He quit Twitter,
We
but
want you back, Nick.
just because he's way into
Kicking cranes.
kids sports now. He's a good dude. He's a great dude. He's,
Where is Squirrel?
but
Squirrels in fucking.
you
don't
can
even wanna know.
multitask
You don't even
Twitter
wanna know
and
where
5
Squirrel
kids.
is.
he lived in Cherry Hill, New Jersey.
Freaking Barbados.
And when we used to go out and hang out, he used to be like, yo, come to this pizza shop near me. There's a little fucking hole in the wall. And we'd go there and we'd get the grandma pie. We'd get a regular pie. We'd get cheesesteaks. everything they had. We just get like so full, and everything they had was incredible. To where, then I would be like, yo, I get my wife and be like, yo, we're going to the Sixers game, but we're making a pit stop in Hatfield, New Jersey, because you could just hop right back on 95 in Cherry Hill. It was kind of easy,
$5.
but it was delicious. Like
We
it was
gotta- we
the
gotta-
greatest food, and then they shut down because they had issues with their landlord.
Can we take a field trip? I mean, we've talked
Yeah,
about
yeah.
Angelo
We
so
got to
many
get
times.
what's the
But
guy's name?
I was in OG Angelo's.
What's
head
the
up.
guy's name? His name's not
Dan.
Angelo. Yeah, he's heavy in the social media shit. Like I
Oh,
see him.
he's the
We
man.
gotta
He's
like
got
we gotta
the
get
best-
down there.
Angelo's has the best Instagram
Yeah.
channel like on earth.
For
It's
sure.
So entertaining.
We gotta get down there and, like-
upstairs.
Yeah, we gotta go
We could talk
upstairs.
to
We gotta
him.
link with them dudes.
We rent the upstairs.
Can we
we've
get
done
up
it
there?
before.
Yeah, we gotta
Let's
link
do a
with them
show up
dudes,
there.
man.
Let's do a
what
show
was
up
it,
there.
March Madness we did up there this year?
Yeah, we.
He's always got the people in there. I saw he had
Yeah, we'll
had
do that.
Action Bronson up there one day.
We were up there. What about us?
Yeah, for your
You ain't as
feet.
cool as
Yeah,
Action
that's
Bronson,
cool.
bro. I mean, you do look like Hunter S back there, but
That's such a vibe back there.
they just had somebody down there. It was AJ Brown. They had
Yeah,
AJ
AJ
Brown down
Brown
there.
was
Yeah,
there.
we gotta get down there and do
But
a show
he's
from there.
like he's such a legend. He was just down at the Kimmel Center with a couple of those guys cooking Wagyu beef for like dignitaries on
What?
cheesesteaks. Yeah,
Yeah.
Do you know there's a Rendell room in the Kimmel Center? It's a
Oh,
true
yeah?
story. Maybe we should
I
have
saw
him.
it.
named after you or your dad.
No, not me. Not me, that's for sure.
What else we talking about tonight? What else?
No,
we
no,
got?
hold on. Maybe we
what
can
else
go
got?
down there and get
What
him
else
to
we got?
cook us some steaks. Okay, we'll do a bit of a segue here because you said something about Crane Kicker and Twitter, and there's been a lot going on.
Wait,
It-
before we jump, what are you
see,
asking?
this
What-
always happens every time
you
I
asked the
segue.
question. Is it weird? What is weird?
The freaking pickles on the
We do
cheesesteak.
that like every week. The pickles thing. That's why I didn't know. I thought you
He
had
said
talked
pickles
about-
on a
I don't
cheesesteak
know,
are weird, and I agree.
I thought that was just
I
part.
agree.
Yeah, I agree.
I
That's
don't think-
weird too.
I mean, I
That's
kind of
weird.
knew going into it that was going to be weird. You know what I mean? So
So you rigged it.
It's
so
like
Jeff's weird.
it's like when you go out of town and they say we got a Philly cheesesteak and they put bell peppers on it. It's like
Right.
where do you get
Very
this from?
strange. Very strange.
I like peppers
So
on
I
my cheesesteak.
don't know if
bro.
you guys pay attention to the.
Green peppers? No, he doesn't. He's fucking with us.
I swear to God, I like peppers on my cheesesteak,
Like
man.
hot peppers or like regular like green peppers?
Like
Bell
green
pepper-
peppers, like
Bell peppers?
grilled and fried, like some onions.
Come on, man.
What do you
Okay.
mean?
Meats. That's worse than pickles. Come
Yo,
on.
fuck y'all, man.
Okay. So this guy mentioned something.
I made a cheesesteak last night that had fucking fried onions,
Why will you not let
fried
me?
peppers, and mushrooms on that motherfucker.
Why will you not let me
Going-
fucking
going off the
segue, bro?
goddamn
Because
Okay, ready,
stating
everybody?
my fucking
Okay,
point.
let's
I'm
do
done.
this
He
together.
Loves, he loves
Let's
cheesesteaks
do this
from
together.
Subway. Favorite spot to get
I
cheesesteaks.
am about to try to segue into something different. Everyone, shut the hell up for 2 seconds. Okay. So you said something about Twitter. There's been a lot going on in the news about Elon Musk and Twitter and all the crypto and all the crazy stuff that's going on. These are things that I don't know as much about, but I figured we
think I'm
should
looking at the
go
wrong camera.
to our resident Twitter expert, Mike Meech, because Meech and Fink, you can weigh in on this as well because you guys have, put in a decent amount of time on Twitter, saying lots of things.
Buy crypto.
Right. I want to understand.
I'm broke now.
Well, hold on.
What does this mean, right? Because I think a fair amount of the people that may be paying attention to this program and that are interested in Philly sports, there's a really strong Philly Twitter presence around sports. What does this all mean?
Here's what it
for
means
guys
to
like
me.
you and Philly sports.
Here's what it means to me. A couple weeks ago, I had to Google how to mute a phrase. Every once in a while, I forget how to do it. I have to Google how to do it, and I muted Elon Musk. I'm so tired of this dude. He's such a weirdo. I don't know what he's doing to Twitter, but it's not messing up what my use of Twitter is. It's got nothing to do with that. The funniest thing was when he sold those check marks, and then the insulin company wrote, we're lowering the price of insulin, and then they lost billions of dollars in the stock market. That's
Wait,
funny.
wait.
That was a fake
What?
account.
A fake account.
You could buy
Whoa,
a,
whoa,
you could
whoa.
block-
Elon
you could
Musk
buy a
was
blue check
selling
mark.
verified accounts on Twitter for $8 a month.
I know that.
And people were buying accounts. I think that Eli Lilly is the pharmaceutical company that
All right.
produces insulin.
Okay.
Gotta
And
love people.
A fake Eli Lilly account was created, and they bought verified Twitter.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Hey, we're lowering insulin to $10 a month.
It's
Our
free now.
insulin is free."
And then,
Yeah,
and then the next day, their stock was down
and the
like 10%.
next day they lost
like $8
billions
billion
of dollars in the
or
stock
something like
market because
Are you
a guy
serious?
bought an $8 verified Twitter account. It's like high comedy what was going on.
Millions of
for
dollars.
about
I
a
did
month.
see some funny ass tweets. It was like Twitter support saying something like, hey, we're going to start doing this XYZ. And then a fake Twitter support
like,
account
"No, we're
said,
not."
no, the fuck we're not. They had a blue check mark next to their name.
So what this?
That's pretty good, Rock. Good job, man. Are you on Twitter? I can't tell. You can see stuff.
Somebody sent me that in a fucking screenshot.
What this is doing to a person like me is absolutely nothing. If anything, it's making it more entertaining. I don't care about Elon Musk. I don't give a fuck about him. But Twitter's not going anywhere. He just spent $44 billion of it. What do you think he's going to do? Just close it up and fucking put a grand closing sign on it and fucking, you got to go somewhere else. And no, he's going to figure out how to monetize. But whatever he does, he's not getting money off me, and I'm going to enjoy it.
So neither of you two got the blue check mark? You didn't pay for that? You didn't pay the $8?
No,
If I see
I don't
somebody
care about
pay
Twitter
for
that
it, I'm
much.
going to look at them sideways.
See,
Come on,
I'm
man.
not. Jess and I, we're not that deep into the Twitter sphere. So we're like, I'm like very confused because I see people getting clowned for spending the $8.
The only way
Hey.
I'd pay $8 a month is if I could fake being someone's account. And
Listen, can I say this? There's
I might fake a City Pigeons account for $8 and just
Yeah,
start
that'd be
sending out
funny.
some random
we have
shit.
a hard enough
funny.
time getting actual followers.
Yeah, I was gonna help us.
Fake ones.
Listen, there's levels
This
to
is
this.
a real City Pigeons.
Yeah.
There's levels to this, and I'm
This
offended.
is rock. I mean,
I just want to say this. I'm
City
offended.
Pigeons.
I have like average Twitter guy usage, and he put me in his bucket of guy who got on Twitter, got like 8 followers, and then got his account suspended forever. I don't know how that we fall in the same bucket, man. So I don't know if that's a fair characterization. But you know what? Here's me segueing again, and don't interrupt me, asshole. Okay, you know what? The what we're doing here today. Next week is a special week for everybody, right?
Thanksgiving.
That's a special time.
happy
And,
Thanksgiving, everyone.
Yeah.
Give thanks.
As much as I wanted to do another live episode on Thanksgiving, we just
Oh,
couldn't
that'd be
pull
fun
it
as
off.
shit.
We couldn't pull it off.
Live
but,
episode at my house.
yeah,
We'll go to my
that
parents.
actually sounds amazing.
That
That
does
sounds
sound
amazing.
fun.
So here's what we're doing. We are going to celebrate Thanksgiving right here tonight, and we're going to give thanks. And I want to give thanks right off the bat for all these guys because we've been doing this together for a decent amount of time, and everybody puts in a lot.
I agree.
Everybody puts in a lot of time and effort. It's not easy to get here. Meech abandoned his kids during their birthday at Chuck E. Cheese's, to come down here.
They were like, Dad, play me in a 3-point shooter. I was like, I have a podcast, son. Sorry. So, did you ever hear of a podcast?
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know what that is. I'm like,
Yeah.
bye-bye.
Yeah, so
Just left him at Chuck E. Cheese's.
It's been fun. I've cried. I've laughed so hard.
I hope
almost-
someone came to pick him up, by the way, after I left.
Wait,
We'll check
was
on
your
it.
wife not? Your wife wasn't there?
just-
All right.
We'll call Chuck E.
Okay.
Cheese's just to make sure. But yeah, no, it's been a
I
great.
left with them.
It's been great.
Oh, I didn't know.
Rock wasn't paying attention.
And
I'm over here still signing up for these raffles over here. I think my email
And
just got
interrupting
reinstated.
Jesse.
Hey, Rock is determined to lose 20 raffles as quickly as possible.
I need those sneaks, bro. I need those sneaks.
Okay, but
yo,
listen.
speaking of sneaks, yo, Brian, if you're watching the
Look,
dive,
Let me tell
I
you
need those
something.
Jordans,
He
bro.
already put the raffle off.
Rob,
You
you're
should've-
pissing me off.
I know he put it up.
DTLR raffle and snipes.
I'm all up in those right
Look,
now. That's what I'm trying to do.
When Rock says "speaking of," that that's a problem. Okay, but let me.
Why
get
is that
back,
a problem?
Let me get back to where I'm at with this thing on giving thanks because I want to give thanks to all you guys. Plant, I want to give thanks to you. You've been there from the start. You're the
Thank
man.
you, Chris.
Yo, thank you, Chris.
I want to give thanks to Creative Outfit, Jerry and his team.
Shout out
You guys
Creative
have made-
Outfit.
You guys have made us look good from the start. We appreciate that. There have been some close-ups that are a little closer than I'd like. If we could work on that, that would be great. I want to give
If you could
thanks.
maybe blur my face out, that would be great.
Yeah, blur Mike's face out. I want to give
And
thanks.
Stir my voice.
Fucking assholes. I want to give thanks to Mark Goodhart, who stepped up very early in the process and said, I will sponsor your fine podcast. I can't tell if that's because you just want to hang out with us and just,
Yo, Mark's the man.
do all the fun stuff, but we love him. And if you get injured during Thanksgiving, it's a time when I think you're susceptible to injury. You're going over to other people's houses, the families.
The vice president shoots you with.
Yeah, you might get shot.
on a hunting trip.
Yeah, but like you're
Mark
navigating.
Goodhart.
you're
Wait,
na-
hold on. Let's not get
Oh
political
my God!
here,
If he
bro.
says hold on, or something, stop with your
You think
interruptions.
that was
My fault.
political?
Stop
It's
with
just
your
a
damn
joke,
interruptions.
dude.
Listen,
Shout out to
but
Democrats.
seriously, you're going over to family's house that you haven't been to in a while. You're navigating steps and icy driveways. Think of Mark Goodhart when you do that, okay? He's got the best personal injury firm.
Sue your cousin.
That's not what I meant, but damn, it's good.
Slipped in your cousin's driveway. Next thing you know.
That's got to be the 4th time tonight that I've had tears welling up in my eyes, and that's the sign of an enjoyable time. So we thank him. We thank Tom Henneman, okay? Your support has been fantastic.
Shout out Tom, man. And the pickles.
More importantly, your chicken is fantastic.
Your chicken is fantastic.
And your donuts.
Apparently your basketball game is
Yo,
fantastic.
we got to get Tom in this league. I want to play with Tom.
Yeah, I want to see this, man. We're going to film this whole thing. I don't know who I'm leaving out, but our families that have been okay with us coming down here
Tom
and doing
said
this.
he'll get you to Jordan's if you get him 4 tickets to the Eagles-Titans.
Might have to. Okay, so in the spirit of Thanksgiving, we have in front of us, and actually at this time, Jerry, I'm going to hand it over to the master of ceremony himself. So if we can cut to the... No, that's okay. Let's cut to the Fink tank, because Fink
has its own
He's had these 40
scenario.
times. Fink, can you just talk to us a little bit about what we have here, the tradition, how this has evolved, and by the way, how the good people that pay attention to City Pigeons can get their hands on this plant? You know he's had that 700 times in his life. Okay, here we go.
I'm not going to eat this.
Let's talk.
Just show the prep.
No,
So what we
just
have
talk to us
here
about what we got.
Is the Thanksgiving. It's better than the gobbler. I know everyone loves the gobbler. It's better.
Why-
You're gonna have it.
Why is it? I want to understand.
I don't know. I never had the gobbler. But
You never had it.
I don't even know what the guy
Are you?
is.
Do you eat Wawa or will you not?
Yeah, I eat Wawa. But
That's great.
I mean, like,
Wait, what's
You're
the
normal.
gobbler?
it's a turkey bowl or something.
All right. I have
no.
idea.
They have a turkey hoagie that's Thanksgiving themed, right? Who cares? It's Wawa. No one cares.
All right.
Okay, back to the Thanksgiving.
Fuck the gobbler. All right. How about that? All right, so we got the Thanksgiving. It's turkey that we freshly cook in the store, stuffing. We use the homemade gravy. Stuffing. Why are you laughing? Stuffing like that.
Thanksgiving and stuffing.
And then we have our cranberry mayo spread.
That's the key, right?
And then, yes, I'm not a big fan of cranberry. I don't like cranberry, but I will eat it on the Thanksgiving. There we go. We got this. Oh, God.
You can see the
Where can we
cranberry
get,
in there.
where can someone get one of those?
So they're only available at this place. It's called Fink's Hoagies. It's in Tack
Tack
County.
one.
Tack 1, thank you. They're open, I think, Wednesday through Sunday during football season.
He thinks.
8 to 4, or until we sell
He heard.
I just winked. I forgot I got sunglasses on.
It's all right, dude. It's a good look.
Think as Thompson.
Open 8 to 4, and then it's all on Alyssio's roll, and then topped with.
Oh,
Gravy.
top it. Top it.
Yeah, look at that. You like that? You
Thanksgiving.
like that? Look
Okay,
at
hold on. Here's my question. Can the good people order takeout? Like, you can get delivery and catering, right?
Yeah, you can.
Like,
Yeah,
if,
you
for,
can-
if their business wants Thanksgiving to celebrate early
yes,
next
we-
week,
We do. We just had a school last week. We did 60 Thanksgiving sandwiches, all for one school.
What a school.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to that school.
Spoiled school.
I want to go to that
I'm not
school.
gonna eat this because I eat hoagies all the time and I'm tired of hoagies. So
I'll take that because I don't want this butt in.
This is back.
Oh, Rock is mad. He got the butt end.
I don't want the fucking
What are you
butt.
talking about? Wow,
Nah,
see,
fuck that,
you're not an expert hoagie
I'm a
connoisseur.
gut guy.
Okay, and shout out Plant. He has heated up the gravy.
Damn,
and
dude,
he's
I
got-
went through shots of gravy.
Fink soaked the shit out of this motherfucker in gravy.
Boom. Hey, easy on the MFs, man.
What are you talking about?
All right, so I don't
Also,
know.
like a hot sandwich, so it might be a little.
Listen.
A little bit ago, but you know what I mean.
I can't even.
Listen,
I gotta move my
hey,
mic.
You know, here's what we're gonna do. I don't know how exciting it is for everyone to watch us eat, but I will take this opportunity to say,
This sandwich is
Hey.
heavy as a motherfucker, by the way.
listen
This
up.
is like a 5-pound sandwich right
Yeah,
now.
this thing's heavy as shit.
We will take
Good
this
as hell.
opportunity to say happy Thanksgiving to anybody who's been in the orbit of the City Pigeons podcast. Honestly, seriously, I am thankful if anyone has checked this out. If you've liked a freaking social media post, anything
If
you've
you
done.
left a bad comment or a thumbs down, we still love you.
I agree. More haters the better. But no, seriously, it's been fun for us to do this, and we appreciate everybody. And I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving next week. And if you need hoagies, try the Thanksgiving hoagie from Fink's Hoagies. And
Get a whole goddamn tray of them.
And look, we'll see you guys next. Hopefully, if you're watching this or if you got friends. Everybody's got friends. You should come to the...
If you don't have friends, come to the City Pigeons tailgate, and we'll be your friends.
And we'll find you some friends.
Oh, look at you.
The
No, no,
birds
We're
of a
not- we
feather.
don't find them friends. We'll be their friends.
Okay,
Come on,
we'll
man.
be their
we gonna-
friends. No, I was just going to hook them up with other people. Anyway, point is
Rock
this.
went from a taste
Uh,
test to
pass
he's
them out
not even
again.
talking. He's like, yeah, I'm just eating this. He's
Again.
like,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
done.
delicious. I'm fucking starving.
So, when we
Maybe it's
cooked
the
up
whiskey
the
talking.
idea for the Birds of a Feather tailgate, we were like, maybe we should do a series. We didn't know. It's gone so well. We've been excited to do them. So this is the third installment for the Packers game.
3rd and 8 home games. That's pretty solid.
It's going to be fantastic. And hey, I just want you to know, I'm keeping open the prospect of a playoff tailgate party. Okay,
Playoffs?
you know what I mean? So we're gonna just call this the last
You
regular
know the Birds are
season
definitely
one.
getting a home game, so.
Well, I mean,
Definitely.
Yeah.
rest your
Yeah,
starters.
I'm going to rest the
15
next
and 2.
3
15 and 2. One
podcasts.
seed.
So, happy Thanksgiving. Please come hang out with us at the Packers tailgate. We'll have some exciting announcements about anything cool we come up with in the next couple weeks to do there. And thank you guys for tuning in. City Pigeons out. It's
Yeah, what's
the
the date?
27th of November. It's
Yeah,
the
everybody
Sunday
knows
of
it's a
Thanksgiving.
Packers game, bruh.
Yeah, it's a Packers game.
It's not that-
M-Lot.
Cheers. Thanks
Happy
for
Thanksgiving.
joining us.
Peace, folks.
Thank you. Love
Here
you
we
all.
go.
See yous.
Boom-ch-ch-boom, boom-ch-ch-boom, boom-ch-ch-boom.
Podcast on whiskey is much better. Podcast on whiskey. Oh my God. Maybe we should always have whiskey.
Oh, that's good.
Have you guys ever tried a